All right, everybody, welcome back to a new video. In this video, we are going to talk about red days, and that's certainly a topic that nobody wants to talk about, right? No one's sharing their red days. No one's talking about their red days. Everyone is winning, right? That seems to be what it looks like, but that's just truly not the case out there. So I know a lot more people are going through having trouble with red days, and I'm going to try and leave you with some thoughts here over the next 5 to 10 minutes on your perspective on red days, how to handle red days, and really just how to kind of perceive all this stuff, right? So go ahead, grab a little notepad, grab a pen. If you want to pause this video real quick, get what you need to get, and let's get right into it. So the first thing I want you guys to really understand about red days is that it's part of the business. Red days are part of the business. Again, nobody wants to talk about the red days, but we're going to talk about it here. We're going to talk about you will have red days. You will have red weeks. You will go on losing streaks, right? There will be times in the market throughout the year that your system just doesn't connect with the current market conditions, and you will lose trades, and you will have losing days and losing weeks, okay? So I know, again, nobody wants to talk about that. Your IG guru ain't saying this. It's not popular, but we don't care about popular. We want to tell you the truth and make sure you make money and get the job done in your trading. So red days are normal, right? Normal protocol when it comes to handling business here in the markets. And how do you handle them, right? How do you handle red days? I mean, the way I handle them at this point in my career is just on to the next trade. No big deal, just a data point, just a loss in the probability, right? That's all I do. As long as the trade has lined up with my playbook setup, with my plan for the day, and I execute that trade flawlessly, and that trade's a loser, it doesn't matter to me. It's on to the next. Now, if I broke my plan, which I very, very rarely do, but if I did, then that's a topic for another conversation. You need to go look into those trades and journal those trades and get the most out of those losses. That way you can make better decisions in the future. So I think really it comes down to having a long-term perspective in your trading. I see a lot of traders get way too caught up in the one trade that's sitting in front of them over the number of trades that they're going to take throughout that week or throughout that month, right? So a lot of traders get very upset when they lose trades, and they get very hyper and excited when they win trades, and that sounds more like gambling than it sounds like business to me, right? So you gotta focus on the long term. You gotta focus on a group of trades and get that one losing trade out of your mind, right? It's not that big of a deal. No one trade should ever make you, and no one trade should ever break you. So focus on the long term. Focus on the month, right? The results of the month, not just the results of one day. Because the fact is that when people have red days, they probably could have ended it pretty small red, but the red day got the best of them. And the red day got them to get in their feels and in their emotions and get them to do things that they know they shouldn't be doing, like over risking and over trading and revenge trading and taking trades outside of their plan or their playbook. So a lot of times it's just an emotional hijacking that takes place. But when you have this long-term perspective, when you're focused on the number of trades, like a number of 50, 60 trades, then when you take one loser on a Wednesday, it's not that big of a deal, and you can do what I do and just say, hey, great trade, on to the next one, right? So you got to give your edge time to play out. Time is your edge. I've said this for a while now, but when you have a playbook that works, when you have a system that is profitable, time becomes your edge, right? So give your edge time to play out, meaning there's probabilities that come with this game, right? If you have a 70% win rate, that means you're winning 70 trades out of 100. And guess what? You're losing, that's right, I said it, you're losing 30, right? So just imagine 70 green days, 30 red days, however you want to see it. It's all part of the plan. It's all part of the business, like we talked about in the last video. So keep a very, very straightforward perspective, understand that you're playing a probability game and that you want to put the numbers in your favor. So one trade isn't going to hurt you when you're playing the numbers game, right? Keep in mind another thing, one of my favorite quotes from Mark Douglas is that he said that wins and losses in the market are distributed completely randomly. So there's a random distribution of wins and losses when you're following your trading plan. We don't know what the outcome of the very next trade will be. We only know the outcome of the next 100, right? The next trade in front of us is completely random. It could be the best setup, the conditions could be in your favor, everything could play out to the T, and you can still lose that trade, right? So you got to understand that there's a random distribution of wins and losses, and you got to respect it. You got to respect the game, right? So keep in mind, edge, right? The big question is, if there's edge there, you enter. You let the probability take over from there. That's my big thing. Put the pressure on your system. Put the pressure on your playbook, and you just be a very good executor of the edge. So if edge is there, you execute. That's it. You live with the outcome of that trade. When I ask traders, hey, how'd your day go yesterday? Or how'd your day go today? I find it funny that they always say, well, I won or I lost. Man, I don't give a rip if you won or you lost. What I'm looking for is, I followed my plan today. I took a beautiful win. I followed my plan. I stayed true to my bias. I executed flawlessly when the edge came. Awesome, man. Great job. Or I followed my plan today, Nick. I waited for edge. I patiently waited for the higher time frame to line up, for my setup to show up. I executed flawlessly, but I took a loss. Amazing, amazing job. For me, it just does not matter about the win or the loss. The real victory on a day-to-day basis is, did you follow your plan and did you execute on your edge? All right, so keep in mind one more thing, stay detached, right? Don't get attached to any sort of results here. I see a lot of traders, they win and they jump up and down and they make these exciting videos, and obviously that's going to sell signals for them and the hype is going to be real. But if you get married to the outcome of those individual trades, you're going to be all excited when you win trades, but guess what happens when you lose them, right? When you lose trades, you're going to be sad, you're going to be dwelling, you're going to feel like a loser, and I don't want you to do that, nor should you do that, right? Because you're not a loser because you lost a trade, you're just following edge. So my friends, stay detached from your trading outcome. If you want to really focus on anything, focus on the month to month, right? The week to week or the month to month. But the trade by trade, gang, again, the red days, the red trades are going to come. Don't let that deceive you or discourage you into thinking that you're either not good enough or you need some other stupid indicator or some other system. It's false. All right, so keep in mind, red days are normal. Red days are part of the business. Judge your day or judge your trade by, did I follow my plan versus did I win or lose? And you are going to have a much better time trading, my friend. So if you have any questions about how to handle red days, how to think about red days, any other topics that you want to hear me cover on this series, drop a comment below. If you stayed around to this part of the video, type in, what are we going to type in? Type in 8-figure trader. So if you feel like you're an 8-figure trader and you've watched this far into the video, I think we're about 9 minutes in, type in 8-figure trader so I know you were paying attention, because when you pay attention, you eventually get paid, my friend. So best of luck in your trading this week. The next red day you have, I want you to smile, I want you to laugh, and I want you to know that it's just business, it's a numbers game, and it's all good, baby. So we will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a blessed one. Peace.